Star Report. I am your host, Star. It's Sunday evening, late night. Guys, I want to talk about Hurricane Chris going in on 50 Cent with regards to Louisiana and the Shreveport Police Department that it has been confirmed by a lawyer that 50 Cent spent that amount of money. Now, he is leasing a building down there, last I checked, and he's going to try to revitalize a lot of things in downtown Louisiana. For the most part, is a shithole. Poor education, high murder rate. So I want to talk about this tonight because Hurricane Chris, who came out once upon a time, I haven't heard too much from him. However, he's 35 years of age, government name Christopher Dooley. Yesterday, he posted a video on Instagram that has picked up a lot of traction. The event that 50 Cent did, Humor and Harmony Festival, about a week ago, was very successful. I want to talk about the mayor, and everybody is on board. And people, for the most part, the consensus that I can see is that people are saying Hurricane Chris is player hating. He's mad. I'm not going to say that, off the rip. But there was a big concert, and his first video, Hurricane Chris, I watched it. He's saying 50 Cent, calling him a culture vulture, coming into town, spending money, not, bringing a Louisiana artist to perform. That's not true. That's not true. There's a list of Louisiana artists that did perform at this event. So I'm waiting on someone to call in, an associate of mine who was at the actual festival to get some insight with regards to the ongoings and what this means for Louisiana. Let me just read the statement to you before we go any further. This is from the mayor, actually, Mayor Tom, can't pronounce his last name. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and his team have agreed to pay the cost incurred for security directly related to the events at the Humor and Harmony Festival. We anticipate those costs will approach $500,000. This gesture from Mr. Jackson, his pledge to revitalize the Red River District, in a fun and most appropriately safe way, So this was, I guess, the first of a few events to come. Of course, there's going to be people who are, homegrown, such as Hurricane Chris, who maybe he wasn't invited to the festivities. Maybe he wasn't invited to perform. Rap music is very tricky because if you're not, popping, so to speak, then you're kind of pushed to the wayside. It's a very youth-oriented industry. It always has been, and that's why so many of us, when we see rappers in their 50s or their 60s performing, we're like, damn, this nigga's washed. Sadly, that's what we say. That's what we think. I myself included. But again, Hurricane Chris, 35 years of age. Does he have valid points? Is he looking for an invite from 50 Cent, a.k.a. Curtis Jackson, to come sit at the big table? Be a part of the progress. Well, I don't know. Everybody doesn't deserve to be at the big table. If you look at Hurricane Chris's track record, give me a second here. He's got some legal issues. He's currently suing the city. He's suing the city for some type of altercation that took place with he and the police a couple of years back. He's got one child born in 2013. To my knowledge, he's only got two projects that were released, one in 2007, 5150 Ratchet, and then in 2009, unreleased. Good evening in the live chat. Is Hurricane Chris washed? Is he a bum? Is he trying to get a bag? He's got to be careful because if he gets on the phone with 50 will record him like he did Young Buck. Oh my God. He will record this nigga and put it out there and clown him. Now, at the same time, everybody's not going to let you clown him. A lot of Southern boys that, they're going to only let you go but so far with all that trolling, all that goofy shit. And it's entertaining what 50 Cent does. I know him from many, many moons ago. I haven't seen him in over 20 years, and we've got no issues. But at the same time, nigga ain't never done nothing for me, so I can kick his back in like it's nothing. So that's my top story. This is trending now. And again, this particular event, it already happened well over a week ago. Why is Hurricane Chris now dropping Instagram videos? And he did another response, pardon me, since 50 Cent has been clapping at him, putting up little pictures from movies. I forget the movie that 50 Cent posted. If somebody wants to call in, chime in. Also, guys, I got two showrunners for you this evening. Are women attracted to bad boys? Now, this topic has been discussed many times over the years, over the decades for me. But society is different now. Society is different now. The internet has literally changed things. So how I approach this particular showrunner 20 years ago, it's different now. 10 years ago, it's different now. Nick Cannon, salute to Nick Cannon, never met him, but he's got some show called Council Culture on Prime. And he and Neo and comedian Godfrey, they had a sit down and they had an audience. It looked very professional, and they were having a discussion. Somehow Neo and Nick Cannon agreed that their ex-girlfriends, wives, if you will, turned them into bad boys. Now, they're getting slammed because I saw a good amount of people in the comments, and when I cross-reference the stories, they're saying, no, you're not a bad boy. You two have always been simps, beta males. You niggas been food. And salute to the Neighborhood Talk on Instagram. You can see a clip where they actually take a little segment from this particular show. And again, I don't mind promoting Nick Cannon's. He does, shows and ventures, but this one is called Council Culture on Prime. Okay. What are your thoughts? Do you want to chime in? Are women attracted to bad boys? And what is a bad boy by today's definition? That's the difference. Is a bad boy bisexual today? Trisexual? I can't stop thinking about singer Tank, who said if a guy, smokes a pole in today's society, that doesn't make him gay. No, you're gay, my nigga. If you smoke a pole, you're gay. Now you guys feel different about what isn't gay. I'm not tripping. I've got friends. And I've always said they're not my gay friends. They're my friends who just happen to be gay. But if you are homophobic, then you have issues with gay people, their choices in life, yada, yada, yada. Okay. All right. Hang on a second. Where is my associate that I spoke to? Sir, are you calling in? How many times do I have to text you? Are you calling in? I'm live now. If not, I'll get somebody else on the line. Anybody from the Shreveport area, Shreveport, Louisiana, 50 Cent paid $500,000 to the police and to the township. Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing? Going into that place? Oh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't have said shithole, hellhole. Going into that place where the murder rate is high, from what I can see, most people, over 60%, if not more, living below the poverty line. Is this something that is needed, and is 50 Cent that guy to do it? Now we see people. But you know what? Let me not use Atlanta as an example, because I think a lot of people who run to Atlanta go there for all the wrong reasons. And I just, I've got feelings about Atlanta that are just not, for the most part, supportive. But a place like Shreveport, Louisiana, should people welcome 50 Cent coming down there? He's building some type of, leasing a huge lot, a building, giving people jobs, if you will. Eric Mack says, my family is from Shreveport. Okay, sir. Do you fuck with your family down there? If you're doing the damn thing, then, why would you claim people who are not necessarily, doing it, shall we say? Okay, I see you guys on the phones. I'm looking for my associate. I don't see him, so I'm just going to bring somebody else in the meantime. Area code 404, sit tight. You will be my first caller. 404, sit tight. The other showrunner I want to approach tonight, but I need time to give context. Did you consider being a rat? Let me write this down so I can remind myself. Did you consider being a rat? Deeds, are you out there? Deeds, is everything spelled okay? How's the audio? Deeds, guys, is Deeds in the live chat, okay? I'm going to need her assistance this evening. So that's my show. Hurricane Chris goes in on 50 Cent. 50 is already clapping back in case I didn't make that clear on Instagram in his usual on-brand, I'm not going to say attacks or slander, but, just responding. And Hurricane Chris is somewhat sort of in his feelings, okay? But does he have a right to be? Let's go to area code 404. You are my first caller. It's late night. Are you there? Are you up to speed on the topics? 404.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, boss. All Pooh Nasty on the check-in.
Hey, man.
And look,
good to hear from you.
Hurricane. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hurricane Chris, he doesn't have a right to be mad. What has he done to stay relevant, right? Don't get me wrong. 5150, Mr. Ratchet. He's from Shreveport. He reps he reps his city. He's supposed to do it. The nigga, the typical nigga shit, right? Pardon my language, boss hog.
Okay.
Pardon my language.
Come on.
But you haven't stayed you haven't stayed relevant, right? 50's over here making production houses, trying to aspire to be the next Tyler Perry, if you want to say, right?
Right.
What has Hurricane dog? You out here suing the police? 50 trying to make friends with the police. It's on a whole.
50 is police. I'm on record saying that. Go ahead.
Yeah, you damn Skippy. He told on Ja Rule. That nigga snitch. He might be my favorite rapper.
He told on a lot of niggas. 50 is police. Yeah. I'm saying that. Go ahead.
I'm standing with you, boss.
Come on.
Feed them to the wolves. Don't get me wrong.
No, 50's my nigga. I'm not saying that to clown him. But listen, I work with police too.
No, absolutely.
But come on.
Absolutely, boss hog. And I think there might be biasness, especially towards our favorite rappers, this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, we got to look at it. These are real human beings, real people, and we can't get confused or persuaded by their stage presence. Right? 50's a businessman. At the end of the day, done deal.
Okay, where are you from, Pooh Nasty? I forget where you're from.
Born in Buffalo, raised in Atlanta.
Got you. Okay, back in 2020, a Louisiana jury acquitted rapper Hurricane Chris. He
killed a man
in the death. Well, he was acquitted in the death of a man shot several times at a gas station. So he's not the most likely person that 50 would want to align himself with, because again, he's going down there spending money. I would imagine people are, flying in from other places to work with 50, but he's got to be giving local people jobs as well. So, did you see any of Hurricane Chris's Instagram post?
I saw the carrying on, and I saw the being extra and the typical black mess, right? Mm-hmm. Dude, you're mad because you didn't get the response, and who you are isn't aligning up with who 50 is trying to aspire to be, right? Businessman, councilman, bringing jobs, actually providing for a city. We don't care about your drug dealing or your ratchet music. This, that. What you doing for the city? What you doing for black folks?
Right.
Well, I'm giving jobs. I'm coming to your city and doing more than you've ever done. And yeah, we'll leave it at that, boss hog. Pooh Nasty on the check-in.
Hey, before you go, man, hang on a second. I've got two showrunners, Pooh Nasty.
Yes,
are
sir.
Women attracted to bad boys? This topic again coming by way of Neo and Nick Cannon on a new show of his. It's always, a safe bet in terms of people chiming in. Your thoughts? Are women attracted to bad boys?
Are women attracted to bad boy? I would be in a way. I'd be a self-proclaimed, I guess you would say, bad boy, right? I take my toot bumps, this, that, and the other, and yeah, I do think women are attracted to the bad guys. I don't know whether it's the perception of the guy who you know what I think it is, and the more and more I get closer and closer to women. I got a daughter now, so I look at them and
you're not a bad guy. Hang on, Punas. If you've got a daughter, you might be a retired bad guy or bad.
I might be retired. No. I threw the towel in, Boss Hog. But to say that, and I'll leave it at that. I'll say I think there's an edge, and there's just kind of an unknown to the bad guy, right? And there's just a type of thrill and a joy for the ride that the women want, and that the good women want. That
okay.
Yeah, so I'll leave it at that. Boss Hog.
Good to talk to you. Baby. Thank you, Punassi. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Guys, I'm looking for more info on Hurricane Chris, Christopher Dooley Jr., currently suing the Shreveport, Louisiana Police Department. In September 2023, it said he was suing them. Has the case been thrown out? Did he file it? Is he in litigation right now? Or was he pump faking? He was cleared in the shooting at a gas station. Is he now, in his feelings? JDW8005. Prove 50 toll on someone. Well, sir, I saw paperwork. So, what do you want me to say? You sent it a donation. I appreciate that. I'm not worried about 50 Cent suing me. I'll go through discovery and a deposition. Huh? I don't say things unless, I've seen something or else I strongly believe something. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. He is police. So why is that a bad thing? I work with police. But thank you for your donation. Okay, there's a 50 Cent fan. He's bothered. Let me go to area code 206 on a Sunday evening. Are you there? 206 12.
Hey, Star, it's Sunday.
Hey, Sunday, good to hear from you. What's cracking?
Hey, I'm good. I wanted to comment on the Hurricane Chris thing.
Please.
I've followed him from the beginning, so I have a pretty informed opinion, I think.
Okay. Well, is he currently suing Shreveport, Louisiana police, or was he pump faking once upon a time?
Yes. No, he did put a lawsuit out last year, but it's not settled yet.
Okay. So it's
an ongoing lawsuit.
He's in litigation right now.
I haven't been able to find any updates.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still in litigation. The issue is he's suing, but there's not really any clear evidence that they did anything wrong because they have to arrest them. They have to go through their process. He's suing because he's innocent and he was found not guilty. Mm-hmm. But the details of the actual event was that somebody was trying to rob him, so it was self-defense. That's why he was arrested in the first place. He was at a gas station. Somebody tried to rob him. Mm-hmm. He told the guy to back off. He didn't, and he shot him to death. So it was self-defense. Yeah. But I followed, that's from what he said in an interview. I've followed Hurricane Chris since the beginning of his career, since 20 years ago.
Okay.
And I met one of his featured artists on his song called Players Rock, Boxy. I spoke to Boxy in New York. We were in Brooklyn at a party, and he told me some information that's relevant to Hurricane Chris's situation. They were both dropped from their label. He told me that they could not pay back their advance, and the label dropped them immediately after the first album.
Okay.
So basically, even though I like Hurricane Chris's music, that's not the popular opinion. And so as far as what I know about 50 Cent, he's a businessman. And if you're hungry and you're starving, he's not messing with you. He wants to work with people that are winning.
50 likes to feed his niggas. I've been saying that for years, But with regards
Hurricane Chris is washed. So it is what it is.
Damn,
I like him, but he is washed. I like Hurricane Chris, but he's washed. It is what it is. He's young. He's 30-something, but his music.
He's 35. Hang on, son. He's 35. He's got a little mouth to feed, so he's contemplating whether he should put some work back on the block, or if he has another hit to get out there and get on the track. That's where he's
I've listened to all of his music. I've listened to all of his music from the beginning to now. I've listened to everything. He's washed, like, period. There's no and ifs or buts about it. He's washed. Diddy doesn't care about anybody but, not Diddy, sorry. 50 Cent doesn't care about anybody but himself.
Yeah.
And that
makes sense to me.
Talking about with Louisiana, he doesn't care. 50 Cent doesn't care. And at the end of the day, he was smart for getting police because rappers and people with money are targets. He needs protection.
Yeah.
He's not going to go out there with no protection. I mean, he's mad for he should be mad at himself. His music sucks.
50's got a badge, I heard. From a good source. But anyway, hang on. Okay. So with regards to the festival, you're in the music business, so I don't want to put your business out there.
I am, yes.
Yeah. Did you hear about this event? And if so, why didn't you go? I heard it was pretty successful. Humor and Harmony, the festival down there in Shreveport.
I didn't go to that because for me, I don't really go to shows or anything. I produce, so I'm constantly I'm working on my own music. Okay. I'm producing my own stuff, but I am respectfully a fan of talent. And as far as I can tell, the people that are really coming out these days are lacking that. So I would look at people, I would look at more 90s artists. The people that are out today, I'm not really big on. So that's why I wouldn't entertain that concert. But as far as Hurricane Chris is concerned, he's one of those people that never fully actualized talent-wise. He's got a little talent, but not enough for people to show up for him. That's all I feel. Okay. Like people that can, I don't know. It's really weird. He's not talentless, but he's not good enough for people to buy his work. It's hard to explain, but he's got
no. If I can jump in and say this, Southern rap artists, I know from experience, having worked at the labels for over a decade and having traveled into different places and pockets and seen the evolution of the Fifth Ward, people from Orlando, DJ Magic Mike, and so on and so on and so on. A lot of them pop off with one hit, but if they don't evolve as artists, then they get stuck trying to repeat the same type of song that they once put out, and that's where they get caught up, and that's when they get, as you just said, dropped, and then they're trying to start over. It's tougher for a Southern artist, but with the internet now, they stand a better chance. But it's still tough because you can only promote the ignorance for but so long. I think, and I'll just say this last thing, and I'll let you finish up on Hurricane Chris and 50 Cent. He's 35 now. He's not in his 20s anymore. If he doesn't have something that is talking about society or some type of song that talks about fatherhood or relationships, you can't keep talking about shooters on the block, my niggas, we run this city. Not at 35. Go ahead.
I think there's a secret sauce to what works and what doesn't.
Okay.
And what a lot of artists find themselves doing, which is a failed recipe, is that they talk about themselves constantly, whether they've been through things or whatever. Music is not about the artist. It's about the person listening. It's supposed to be therapy. It's supposed to put them in a certain mood to elevate them out of what they're going through. I've listened to his last mixtapes and his albums. I've listened to everything.
Okay.
He talks about himself nonstop. And a lot of people do this. It's not just him.
Right.
This is why people don't mess with him.
Okay.
When you listen to Drake and people that are still relevant, because Drake is older than him. If we're talking about age, Drake is 38. He can still come out with music that people like because he gives people a mood that they can buy or feel good. You know what I mean? Like,
Sunday, can I ask you to, let's bring it back to 50 Cent. I don't want to just keep talking about Hurricane Chris. He's 35. I think we both agree where he's at and what he needs to do if he can do it. But he's clapping at 50 Cent. 50's spending a lot of money down there in Shreveport, Louisiana. Your thoughts on that? That possibly becoming some new type of hub or center, if you will, like Atlanta. Your thoughts on that?
I think it could be, and I think that's a great idea. I think if that's what he's doing, that's fantastic because it's underrated. That's where Lil Wayne is from, if I'm not mistaken. That's always been a mecca of talent. But as far as I see it, business is business, and anybody can say whatever they want about somebody else, but you've got to have the work and talent to back it up.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just mouth, then nobody's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like if he's popping off and he's got some heat behind him, then people are gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna check Hurricane Chris out. I'm gonna support him. Mm-hmm. But 50 Cent can back it up. Whatever he's doing, however grimy, all of his music, he's got a lot of hits. Okay. He's got a lot of people that show up. He can back up whatever he's doing, and his music doesn't speak volumes like his words. As far as Hurricane Chris, that's how I feel.
And
I can talk a lot of.
Hang on. Just to be clear, Lil Wayne is from New Orleans, not Shreveport, New Orleans. But I need to shift. I need to shift. Do you care about Neo and Nick Cannon? They're saying that somehow they're now they're bad guys or bad boys because of their exes. They tried being good guys. Any thoughts? Did you see the show? Do you care? Nick Cannon.
I think Nick Cannon is the next mogul. I think he's amazing. I think that he's underrated. He's backed and paid for a lot of careers for a lot of artists. Mm-hmm. People don't even know. Like he's funded Kalani. He is the next mogul. I really think that he's the next.
But what about the question? The question. Are women attracted to bad boys? The question.
As far as yes, absolutely. If you treat a woman like crap, then she's going to be attracted to you 100%. If you treat her well, she's going to curve you. It's always been like that.
Okay.
Absolutely. The situation with Neo is different though. There was a lot of rumor about him being for the same team. So I don't know what's true or not, but Nick Cannon isn't a jerk and he still gets beautiful, gorgeous women. He still gets new babies every year. So absolutely, being a bad boy definitely helps you win in the dating world, for sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Great to talk to you, Sunday.
Likewise.
Take care.
Have a good one.
Bye now. Okay. Hurricane Chris clapping at 50 Cent. Is he looking for some crumbs, huh? Crumbs. Slick Rick used to call rappers crumbs. And Slick Rick is one who said, treat her like a prostitute. Huh? But that's my era. I know you guys see it different now. Blade, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. I'm going to get to the other showrunner. What was it? Would you consider, or did you know, pardon me, did you consider being a snitch? Oh, my goodness. I have no scores to settle. I'm not trying to get at anybody in particular, but you got a lot of these old niggas, trying to paint different narratives on social media. Not saying everybody has to own up to telling like I did. Listen, I've already told you, I was never scared to go to the penitentiary. I just didn't have time. I was too busy. The coke was too lovely back in the 80s. Fish scale, the whores, New York City, uptown, downtown, partying and clubbing. I couldn't leave that to go to a 4x4 fucking cell. But thank you for your donation. Maurizio, hang on a second, guys. Julian got your donation. Women like BB, like men like whores. Okay, thank you for chiming in. Okay, I'm not sure where you're going, Blade, but thank you. Something about 50 Cent and the NYPD. Sunday, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Someone says 50 Cent is a scallywag. I was in Shreveport. Okay, do you want to call in, sir? Who is that? The DoorDashian. Do you want to call in? Call in. You were in Shreveport. Is this a question of big bank takes low bank? 50 down there spending skrill. You niggas been down here, celebrating the ignorance and the poverty. So, it's time to change this stuff up here. Hold on a second. Let's go to area code 313. Good evening. It's Sunday, late night. We're talking about Hurricane Chris, 50 Cent. Rate speed. Okay, they hung up. They really didn't have nothing to say. Let me try area code 646. Good evening. Are you there? Sunday night? 50 Cent.
Sunday night. Yes, I am here.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. What's good with you?
Topics are on the screen, sir. You up to speed?
Yeah. I just got on the I just saw it on Instagram the young Chris venting at 50 Cent. And
Hurricane Chris, sir. Hurricane. He's an old nigga. He's 35. Not young Chris, sir, from Philly. No, sir. Hurricane Chris.
Yeah, Hurricane Chris. Yes, excuse me, Hurricane Chris. Yeah, I'm from New York, and it's like in New York, you go take over the block. If you're about that action, you go take over the block. You go pitch your work on the block. You got the red caps. Whoever got the green caps is trash.
Right.
And 50 got that mentality. He just going to Louisiana and doing that. If Hurricane Chris was putting in work over the years, and whatever budget he got, and he was trying to improve his community, then I get it. But maybe he went about it the wrong way, flying off the handle. Probably should have not did it on Instagram. He probably speaking out of anger, because he could have locked in with 50, and he probably could have, say, yo, I'm from here, this is my hometown, yada, yada, yada. You got a lot of suits and, non-for-profits, like he said, that are grimy. I work with non-for-profits. They'll act like they're helping you. And in the grand scheme of things, they're using you to get to the bag. And you got to respect the jokes or whatever. So,
can I ask, how old are you, sir? You say you're from New York. Do you still currently live in New York?
Yeah, I'm in Cali right now, but I do currently live in New York. I'm from where the real 50 Cent is from, Fort Greene.
Okay. Well, hang on. You're in Cali. I missed something. You're from New York, but you're in Cali.
I'm from New York. I'm visiting Cali right now. What you call gangland. Cali's like my second home.
Right.
But I live in New York.
Okay. So now let's go back for a second. I got time. Do you think that Hurricane Chris, not to be confused with young Chris, okay? Do you think that he tried to approach 50? Yo, homie, yo, OG, this my city, yo, I know everybody. I can show you around, I can give you protection. And then 50 being a grimy, cutthroat, backstabbing Southside Jamaica Queens nigga, did the math on him, sized him up and down and said, this nigga's a bum, get the fuck out my way. and I got no shine time for you on stage. No, I'm not putting you in a film, and you're suing the police. Fuck out of here. Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, it's very possible. 50 understand that, I'm down here.
That's the New York mentality, sir, and New Jersey. I'm from New Jersey. I do the math on niggas fast. That's
a fact. 50 already got his cap. 50 almost got his life put out, years ago. Yeah. So he ain't taking no chances with Hurricane Chris as his street protection.
Right.
So he ran with his gang. Y'all have the same gang.
This nigga's washed. Get from around me, clown. And let's can we agree on something? Are you really from New York, them streets, or are you in Cali on the run because you did some goofy stuff? You real New York nigga, street nigga?
Nah, I left the streets behind. I was wilding out in 2000. I did my first juvenile bid in 2000. I got locked up in 99.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm 39. You asked how old I was. I'm 39.
39. Okay.
I'm from downtown Brooklyn, the old downtown Brooklyn.
I got you.
Mall.
I got you. So do you think 50, going into that town, spending that Skrilla, and again, New York, New Jersey, tri-state, we know. I don't know if you know. If you ain't got no money, you ain't got no shooters. Niggas don't shoot people for you on the strength. All that shit went out the window in the early 80s. If you ain't got no Skrilla, you ain't got no shooters, right?
I don't totally agree with that. You got a couple of people out there that are still squeezed off. Now, if you got resources, it's harder to go to war with somebody with resources. I try to tell people that all the time. Yeah, I'd rather have resources than going to war. Like, for example, to go on a run, you need money. I'm in Cali just chilling. I come out to Cali every summer for a couple of weeks a month, Southern Cali. It's regular to me, But if I had beef if I was Pop living with my mom's in a project and I had beef with somebody from another building, I really couldn't get low. You can't go on a run with $2,500.
Right.
You know, so I mean, you know, yeah, resources. It doesn't hurt to have resources. I'd rather have resources to go to war. You know, dudes on a run with no passport. That's bum. You know.
Yeah. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Yes, sir. I'll even say all that, shoot niggas on the strength for somebody. The 70s, you know, when the 80s came rolling around, and people started hip hop, fashion, and attire. We was wearing plaid pants, mock necks, sheepskins, British walkers. If you can't keep up, you know, how we're moving, get out of here. Nobody catching no body for a bum. Earl, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Whatever happened to the fat chick that had your crew running to the roof and jumping out of windows? So you're talking about the short, stumpy Dominican back in the 80s when I lived at 527 West 152nd Street. Yes, sir. She was about that action. What do you mean what happened to her? I didn't know that, bitch. She jumped out of an OJ and sprayed the stoop. What do you mean what happened? As if I stayed in contact with her. We ran, sir. We ran for dear life. Okay, someone calling you from 213. Hold on a second. Okay, I don't see 213 in the queue. Who is that? Oh. Did Amy or Dee? Well, not Deeds. Did Amy block you? Why are you? I don't see your number. You must have been doing something crazy. Can you call from a different number, please? Area code 213. I appreciate your donation, but I don't even see your number in the queue. Area code 3.
Hello?
Yes, 347. Good evening.
Yes, I want to talk about the topic of a bad boy.
Please. Are women attracted to bad boys?
Yeah, a bad boy is somebody that stands on his square. That's what that means. If I say I'm going to this restaurant and she changed her mind at the last, I don't want to go to this restaurant. I want to go to that one. We going to that restaurant that I say we going to, not the one you want to go to. If she don't want to go, then I go by myself. You have to stand in your square as a man.
Okay.
With family, with everybody, with your girl, whatever.
You would go by yourself. If this was a night out and a wifey or a date, she starts acting.
Yeah.
Up, you would
I made the plan, so we have to do what I say, not what you say. And if you don't want to be together, fuck you. I mean, sorry for cursing, but
you are gonna watch your language.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Come on.
You have to stand on your man as a square. You got to stand on your square. That's all that is. That don't mean shooting somebody. Right. I'm tough. I'm bad.
Right.
I'm staring you down. You want to fight? Come on. What's up? That don't make you a man. Standing on your square makes you a man. That's all.
Stay with me. No, stay with me. Can I ask how old are you? So you don't have to give me your name. How old are you?
I'm 37.
Okay. I'm not saying you're wrong, but you know, if I were going out with a female, something happens, she starts getting an attitude, she doesn't want to go to the restaurant, I would take her around a corner, choke her, yoke her up. And tell her. I'm not saying I would put hands on her because you can't, say that sort of stuff on, YouTube and these other platforms. Tell her, bitch, close your mouth. I'm gonna smack fire out you. We going where I said we going. Would you take it to that extreme? Would you say that to her, or would you just leave and go by yourself?
I just walk off. It's no use to violence. Just walk off. It's so many women in the world. Like,
what about a subtle threat? Bitch, I'll stomp a mud hole. Hey, sir, hold. What about a subtle threat? Bitch, I'll stomp a mud hole in your ass. I'm wearing all this fresh gear.
Oh, you wow.
And yeah. Sir, never mind all that man stuff you said. Title says.
I learned this from.
Title says, hang on, sir, hang on. Tyler says, "Are women attracted to bad boys?" A bad boy would tell her, "Bitch, we going where I said we going. Or I'll smack fire out you, bitch." Come on.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
You ain't about that. You ain't about that.
No, I'm not.
You ever threw your girl down a flight of stairs? Huh?
No, sir. What's wrong with walking away?
Well, sir, we talking about bad boys. You talking about walking away and, pouting. You go sit on the couch and you start playing the PS4. I'm talking about some bad boy shit. Have you ever thrown a coffee mug at a bitch 8 o'clock in the morning? Pow! Huh?
No. No.
Go ahead and finish up. I don't know where you're going. Finish up.
No, I'm good. That's all I want to say.
All right. Thanks for calling. Thank you.
All right.
Are women attracted to bad boys? Bad boys. Bitch, I'm 20 miles away, and I was just getting ready to go home and take a shower, but I will drive back to your apartment or your house. Come in the house, bitch, I'll punch your father in his shit and then choke the fuck out of you, bitch. Huh? I'm wilding. Give me a second. Get this scaring a hoe. Let's go to area code 917. Good evening. Are women attracted to bad boys or Hurricane Chris getting at 50 Cent? Are you there? Good evening.
Yeah, what's up, sir?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Good, man. What's going down? We spoke in the past. I work in the South Side. We've shared emails.
Okay.
It's been a minute.
Are you police? You police?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm on the clock.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we have spoken because you know how I give it up. What do you want to start off, sir?
Yeah. One of the topics was what 50 giving to the police department and what South
Shreveport, $500,000, which is. He's trying to, along with the mayor, stimulate the economy. I mean, I'm not mad at that, but you got this guy, Hurricane Chris, who's suing the police. He's 35 years of age. He's
a bum.
Come on.
He's a bum. I mean, sometimes you got to pay for the security. I think if you get in with the right people,
right,
your business is going smoothly. He's creating jobs. To my understanding, he built this filming. Big place. Yep.
Yeah.
It competes with this guy in Georgia, Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry. Yep.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Tyler Perry.
Yeah. So the opportunities he's creating, why not have a little bit of extra security? I mean, that's technically what the NYPD does. They protect the rich and the Jews.
Yeah. You have the floor. I'm listening.
I mean, that's what I listen. I'm from. Listen, I'm from.
Don't give your information, officer. If we have spoken before, you can just be very vague. I'm listening.
All right, listen. I didn't grow up with a lot, so when I got on the force, I'll never forget an old timer telling me that. Listen, you work for the rich and for the Jews,
right?
And been doing this 19 years. I've actually seen 50 Cent a couple of times in the neighborhood.
He's a great guy.
Listen. I saw the Bentley truck when it first came out on Guy R. Brewer.
Right.
I pulled up next to it and fish bowling. He ain't have no tents, but he had a dusty dude next to him. He's the shooter, the guy next to him.
Right.
But I had him roll down the window and I told him, I said, I used to listen to your mixtapes as a kid.
Right.
He's like, that's what's up. And he just kept it moving. But, listen, man, he's making big moves. I mean, he comes from a tough environment. I can tell you that because I work it, and I can't hate on that. I mean, it's the American dream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, officer, are you up to speed on the cop in Fort Lee, New Jersey, who shot and killed the 26-year-old Korean girl? Did you see that video?
I did not.
I think he's a black cop. He might be Hispanic. About a week or so ago, she opened up the door. She came out the goddamn door with the knife, and she told the cops before she came out with the knife, "I'll fucking kill you." so the black cop kicks the door open. She comes out with the knife. He hits her one time. Bow, kills her. Fort Lee, New Jersey. It's crazy right now. But good, you were saying, Kat?
It's a scary time. I'll tell you something that happened an hour ago. I'm at a group home. This girl had to go to the hospital because one of the staff read a letter she wrote about her wanting to take her own life. So I get in a room with the paramedics, and they're like, "Listen, you got to go to the hospital." She's like, "I'm not going anywhere." Right. She decides to run into the closet. I kind of corner her in the closet, and her exact words to me were, "I'm going to stab you." So before she can even get in her pockets, which she had 8 pens in her pocket.
You shot her?
Before she... No, of course not. No, I just grabbed her and handcuffed her. But my point is, yeah, you want.
I'm listening.
You over here telling me, don't be telling my personal stuff, and you over here that I shoot it. Crazy. But yeah, so no, I didn't see the video, but my point is, you have to react really fast sometimes.
Yeah.
You just got to react. Yeah.
Well, listen, great to talk. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do you remember? I didn't mean to cut you off. Do you remember when I had via Instagram? I had sent you your old address because for years you would always tell about how you grew up in Hollis.
Easy. Let's keep.
My bad.
Let's keep this behind. Yeah, listen, I have no problem saying where I used to live, where I live now. I'm in Emerald Isle now, but 109-25. 195th Street.
Beautiful house.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hollis, Queens. I lived there for maybe 2 years. Yeah. I got arrested in that house.
Oh wow. By you know what? I don't want to give too much information.
Easy. Yeah. We'll talk about it. Good to hear from you, officer. Good to hear from you.
Have a good night.
Yes, Thank you. All right. Yeah, see, I work with police. I'm not ashamed of it. Guys, on the screen, youtube.com/@CoachGats. Please go check out his music. Tell him I sent you. Great content, great music. I'm coming to the phones, guys. Hang on a second. In my community section in the Star Report, brand new video posted this morning, the return of the Crystal Coast Gang. Those are my squirrels. CCG. As you may or may not know, we coming up from Florida, it was Hurricane Debbie. Then it turned into a tropical storm, and then it was downgraded to a tropical depression. So last week it was raining like crazy here in Emerald Isle, North Carolina, and I had to take down the brand new black fountain, the water fountain that you'll see if you go to the page, and the squirrels, they I didn't see them for a couple of days, but they're okay because they popped back up yesterday, and we just posted that video in my community section. Please go to that channel, leave a nice comment. It's just a very soothing, relaxing channel. Listen to the water, the fountain, the birds. Oh, the blue jays. Anybody in the live chat, have you noticed that a lot of the bird sounds are the blue jays trying to line up the squirrels? Now, the squirrels, you'll see in some of the videos, the squirrels actually lunge at the blue jays. So it's really a battle, between them. But return to the Crystal Coast Gang, all right? Lucania, are you tapping in, sir? Thank you for your donation. Lucania said he's on the line. Hold on a second. Lucania, good to hear from you, man. Hurricane Chris, is he hating, or is he trying to get some crumbs from 50 Cent down there in Shreveport? Luke Caney.
Hey, what's up, Star?
How are you?
What's up, Star?
Hey, man.
Hey, man. I don't really know much about Hurricane Chris, but it sounds to me that he's very hungry and he's hating and trying to eat right now, Star. Mm-hmm. But I really wanted to address the other topic.
Which one? Did you consider being a rat, or what is this show running? Hold on a second. I want to get to that.
The women topic. The women topic.
Oh, okay. Do women prefer bad boys?
No, sir. You said, are they attracted?
Hold on,
to bad boys,
let me put it on the
right?
screen. Are women attracted to bad boys? You're correct. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Attracted, because I wanna make a difference.
Come on.
First of all, for two rich guys to go on whatever TV, YouTube, whatever, to say that women turn them into bad boys, that, or just saying that, makes them super simps, in my opinion.
Right.
Straight up. Right? If you're a man, you don't have to be described as alpha or whatever. If you're just a man that wakes up every day, go out there, work hard, earn a living, a woman cannot turn you into anything that you don't want to be.
Right.
All right? So stop blaming women for you being an idiot. Now, are they attracted to bad boys? I agree with Sunday. They definitely are. They definitely are. But I would say that being attracted is also different than, is she gonna give you some box, right? Especially nowadays in 2024. So I say that to say, in general, yes, they are, but there is a lot of intricacies that go into it in 2024, because women are much more exposed to different things. They're much more aggressive. They're calling themselves alpha women and so on and so forth.
They're more out of pocket. Out of pocket.
They are, Star. So I would say this: a quote unquote bad boy, it really cannot tame a model woman, in my opinion.
I beg to differ, sir. I beg to differ.
Well, Star, you know, this conversation can go many different ways. But I would say this: in 2024, when a chick is out of line, the bad boy is still gonna entertain her, right? The quote unquote bad boy is still gonna entertain her. But other guys that behave like bad boys but just don't hold women into such pedestal, they may get better responses from women, because I think at the end of the day, we can look at our grandmas, our ancestors. Every woman does not want a man that put her on a pedestal when she hasn't earned it.
Right.
So,
can I jump in, Luke Caney? Stay with me. You know, I enjoy the back and forth that you and I have. You said something about the box, the snatch, the coochie.
Right.
Right. Yeah. A real man is not stressing the box, the coochie, if you will. A real man such as myself can go months and months and months without smashing a bitch. I'm doing you the favor, bitch. I've got the golden scepter between my legs. You've just got a hole, you know, and that does not determine how I'm going to treat you. The hole between your legs. Now, I'm not promoting violence, nor am I promoting anything by way of putting hands on women. But when we're talking about bad boys, and to what extent will a male go to register in her mind as a bad boy? It's not just about what she wants; it's about what she ultimately needs. Would you agree with that?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
That's why
she may need some straightening. She may need some straightening.
Exactly. And that's why I made the difference.
Yeah.
Talking, that's why I made the difference. And I emphasize in 2024. In 2024, quote unquote, old school style, bad boy, they F the women that they can. Good guys with principles F the women they want when they want. Simps F the women that let them F. At the end of the day, if you look at it, as men, we are creatures that want intimacy with women. So in layman's term, getting the box, it is kind of the victory, right? That's why I brought that up.
I disagree.
But I wanted to finish with saying that.
Hang on. I'm in no rush. Okay, let me ask you a question now. You're from the Congo, Africa, right. Congo, right?
Right.
Have you ever hit,
right.
I hate to say it like this, you ever hit a bitch in the head with a shovel?
No, but I can tell you.
Hold on. Okay, well, maybe where you're from, you chose a different weapon of choice to defend yourself. What have you ever hit a woman in the head with? Keep it real. You're from the Congo, my nigga. What have you hit a woman in the head?
Listen, Star. I can tell you this. I'm not a violent guy. I know how to protect myself.
Nor am I.
Everyone.
No, am I? But hang on. Listen, I had a Guyanese bitch, 22 years older than me, coming at me. The shovel was there. I had to defend myself. So before we move further, you're from the Congo. I know how you guys give it up out there. Have you ever hit a woman in the head with something, as you just said, defending yourself?
Yeah. So I never hit a woman in the head. However, I've been in a position where I had to choke a woman like that.
Let's talk.
I had to let her know.
Let's talk.
Let's talk. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk.
You know what I'm saying? And I have to say this. I don't consider myself a nice guy or a bad guy or a bad boy, whatever. But I can say that every woman that I call my quote unquote girlfriend, it's like she knows not to even cross the line.
Right.
She just knows.
Right.
She just
bitch, don't push my button because I will take it there.
Don't push me.
I will take it there.
Yes. Yes. I established that on the first date, Star. If I like you, I'm establishing that.
Right.
Don't do that. I do 100 push-ups a day. You can never beat me. You can never beat me.
Talk about
it. You can never beat me.
Talk about it.
You can never push me.
Right.
I don't care if you're 250. I can lift you and do whatever.
Yeah.
Right? So I established that, Star.
Yeah.
And I can say that I learned that establishing that from the beginning. I learned that from, the OGs from the Congo and stuff like that.
There you go.
Because we don't really hit women. We don't really hit women like that.
Stop it.
But they know.
Luke Caney, we've had these conversations before. You niggas were gangster out there and killers, You did all that dirty work. Hang on. You did all that dirty work for King Leopold II. Yeah. Right? Right?
Stop.
I'm taking it back. Hold on, folks. King Leopold II never set foot in the Congo. He had your ancestors doing all that killing, hacking off the limbs of black people, yes?
Unfortunately, that is the truth, sir. And it is what it is.
Great to talk to you, Luke Caney.
Right.
Thank you, man. Yes, sir.
All right, peace.
Salute, peace, yeah. Luke Caney on the check-in. Guys, youtube.com/@93ZayTV. I've got some new sponsors. I'm looking for them to call in if tonight's the right night. Hold on a second. We've got some books in my community section. In the meantime, let me go to area code 313. Good evening. We're talking about 50 Cent, Hurricane Chris. Well over a week ago, there was a big festival. You there? 313.
Yeah, I'm here, Star. What's going on, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I had to call back in, Star. Your boy Hurricane Chris, man.
Sir, did I speak to you earlier? Spoke to you earlier?
No.
Okay.
No. The line had disconnected, and I called back.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Hurricane Chris, man. Bro, his net worth is less than $300,000. And that place got a lot of crime, man. They call it Ratchet City. Shreveport nickname is Ratchet City, man. So it ain't like he gave it to a place where there's flowers and horses running around the place.
Mm-hmm.
So but I wanted to talk about the topic there, man. Are women attracted to bad boys? No. Yes, they ratchet themselves, man. Everybody, nobody want nobody next to them that's a pushover or a softy, man. They pretty much on our level now, because if you check out any of the married men, they might be pushing them over. So I don't know if they are attracted to bad boys or not. How many guys they might be running the house, man? So I can't really, I don't think they're attracted to bad boys.
Well, this conversation, let me just jump in for a second. It came about by way of Neo and Nick Cannon, and one of Nick Cannon's shows. And the women in the audience, they were chiming in. The show is called Council Culture. It's on Prime. I have no problem promoting Nick Cannon. And comedian Godfrey, who I think is very, very necessary. So this topic, the consensus says that yes, females, girls, women, they like bad boys of all ages. That's a consensus.
Hey, I mean, I can't tell.
Okay.
I can't tell. I wouldn't agree with that 100%, though. That's just my take on that.
Can you tell us? Can you tell us?
For example,
Can you tell us some background on?
Yeah, I was gonna say, for example, Star, far as go ahead, Star.
No, give us some background so we'll know who's saying you don't agree with that. How old are you? Are you married?
40, single.
Okay.
Doing me.
Okay.
Got all my money to myself, Star.
Okay.
So the whole thing about the women attracted to the bad boy thing is it's the scene. When we ran the street, Star, we was attracted to what action at. We didn't want to go to a lane party. You can almost compare it to, when Scarface was talking crazy to Sosa at his house. And he was like, you know what, I like you. He could have got him killed. You see what I'm saying? So it is all about living on the edge, man. Are you
talking about the movie Scarface with Al Pacino or the rapper from Houston? I'm a little confused.
No, the movie Scarface. He flew him out there, when they were sitting at the table, when he was talking crazy to Sosa, Sosa was like, I like you, Tony, but your friend,
got you.
I'm finna throw off the helicopter. You get what I'm saying? So they have to live on the edge, man. You gotta, you can't be no softy. That's all.
Got you. All right.
They're attracted to the life, man.
I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Okay. Unless it's a science fiction movie, I don't study all these black gangster hood movies. Yo, remember that part in Belly when someone said, no, I don't. Yo, remember the 5 Heartbeats when he said this? No. Yo, remember New Jack City when they was inside the girls were butt ass naked? Okay, was this like some type of great dialogue? Anyway, guys, sit down on the phones. I'm coming to Cash App. Give me a second. Bum Bitches and Coke sends in a donation. F walking away. These bitches need Tyson blows. Oh God. And I'm just going to say some type of whip marks. Hashtag F them. Malmu says Hurricane Chris looks like he's been downgraded to a tropical depression. Malmu also says women are attracted to bad boys and they're attracted to security. Okay. Social media, as you already know, it intensifies the propaganda of certain things that people tend to gravitate towards. And it's a very concerning time, if you ask me, because what once upon a time may have been some type of misunderstanding, between people in relationships, now is kind of like the norm and acceptable, if you understand what I'm saying, and I'm sure you do. When we look at some of these television shows, whether it's Housewives of Atlanta or the Girls Club and stuff like that, all we see is heightened aggression. It's not just, toxic masculinity, heightened aggression. And then you have the babies who see this. And then the babies think that's the norm. It's not art. It's not music. It's beyond television. It's a mind control that is just going somewhere. I don't even understand where it's going. It's beyond sad. It's beyond pathetic. Some of those television shows that promote, again, heightened aggression. Ben, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay. Terrence, I got your donation. God intended women to love sociopaths for protection. Okay, that's a different twist. Thank you for tapping in. Terrence also says only a dangerous man is a good man. I like, with regards to my relationships, for women to see me as unpredictable. I change my mind all the time. You'll never get accustomed to me. When some girl says, "Oh, I know you," no, you don't, bitch, because I'll flip on you. just because. Hold on a second. Phone lines are open here again. Let me go to area code 601. Late night. We're talking about 50 Cent spending Skrilla down there in Shreveport, Louisiana. Are you up to speed? Hurricane Chris hating.
I'm a little up to speed to it. I caught on to it, paying attention to your show.
Okay.
Star.
How are you, sir? How are you?
You have the open news and breaking what's really going on lately.
I try.
But I was more calling in on, I think, the attraction of bad boys and from good girls.
Are women attracted to bad boys?
Right. So I think that's a true statement due to the fact that people in general, us as human beings, are attracted to negativity in a sense in general.
Right.
Good
point.
When negative things tend to outshine, just simple things or positive things or the average.
Right.
When it's something that we tend to gravitate more to it, and we tend to outline that more than we would, just simple things. I mean, it's if you ask me, it's looking like it's coming to that in all things, not just relationships. You look at politics and the bashing of candidates. You look at artists in the entertainment industry on their come up. What are they doing to gravitate the energy towards that entertainment that they're in? If you look at relationships of the real TV, what did that girl do who's related to that basketball man or that rap star when they went out into a negative thing at a positive event or an outing or something?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like, the negativity is what gives people I want to look at that or pay attention to that or what's going on with that, rather than if we had a bunch of, because I do recall, I'm not as old as you, but I am as old as dirt. But I do recall at one point in time in our history where in the culture of Black people, we looked at the positiveness that people did in our community, and we let that shine to show to our kids and the ones coming up.
Right.
If they can do it, so can you. Now it's like we looked at the negative to say, if they can do the negative, I can do it even better.
Bingo. Yeah.
That's all. I step in and out. I'm like a robbery, in and out. And I just wanted to place that with you, put that on the mind.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the call. Thank you.
You the best.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I agree with that, man. Good call. I'm looking for more of my sponsors. Mr. Skylar Saunders, are you out there, sir? Do you want to tap in? If not, I am placing your information on my showrunner. Guys, check out Skylar Saunders on YouTube, youtube.com/@Sky Saunders. Daily content. Hold on, guys. I'm looking for another one of my sponsors who I'm going to promote here shortly. Sir Shai, got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. He says Luke Caney is attracted to big-breasted gorillas. Okay, thank you, Sir Shai. Luke Caney, he's with all of the back and forth. He doesn't run from trollings. I mean, I read those because he doesn't mind, but thank you. Stacy Galore. Stacy said, bad boys ain't no good. Good boys ain't no fun. Okay, thank you, Stacy. I got your showrunner coming up shortly. Stacy, what's going on with your platform? Please keep me up to speed. When you post stories, send me an email so I can make sure that we're posting, whatever you're doing in that community section and driving that traffic to your page. Stacy Galore. And Stacy, I was bigging you up the other day, saying salute to the content creators who shout you out from other shows. I'll just say that. Niggas be stressing Stacy Galore, not knowing Stacy has a tool. I say that with all due respect. Let me bring in area code. Area code 201. Good evening. Are you there? Sunday night, late night. We're talking about a few topics. 201. Hurricane Chris, 50 Cent, Bad Boys. I gotta go. Okay.
50 Cent. Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Hey, what's up, Star?
How are you, sir?
This is VO. I'm calling from Jersey.
Okay. It's cracking.
And as far as the 50 Cent thing, he don't owe that dude nothing. Hurricane Chris, probably Shreveport probably wouldn't even include him in something, amongst their own people. They probably wouldn't even include him.
Okay.
I mean, he's like old girl said a little while ago, he's washed. And I agree with that. I had to do research to find out who he was, and then I'm like, wait a minute, that Bay, that's him? Like, it was like, come on, man, really? And then his video, the last one, when he's walking around in circles, talking about, yeah, man, you saw it. It's ridiculous. It's like he looks bad. He looks like he's doing bad.
Yeah.
And he's just, come on, bro. Don't nobody got to pay you. It's like that. What's that? No-fly zone or like? Come on, man. Listen, man.
Yeah.
Bruh, you not built like that. I don't know him personally, but 50 had Master P there. That's all he needed. He didn't need no more New Orleans dudes.
Right.
Dudes from Louisiana dudes.
It would have been nice to see Baby down there, but Baby is in Florida, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Birdman.
Would have been big.
That's my nigga.
But I believe
my nigga.
But I believe Birdman and 50 had a little something going on a few years ago. I don't know if they got past it, but it is what it is.
Birdman's a boss. That was the issue. Birdman's a boss.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Got Tony Braxton and all that. But anyway, yeah. But yeah, he is. He is definitely a boss. And Nick Cannon and Neo, I mean,
hang on a second. I like your insight with regards to Hurricane Chris and 50 Cent.
Okay.
Rap music can be a great thing to get a head start, so to speak, but listen, you may or may not know my history. I did marketing and promotion for over 20 years, not just at the record labels, but different marketing companies, so on and so forth. I published a magazine. There is an aging out point, and if you don't take your money and do something, then you'll look crazy trying to still get a hit, talking about I put on for my city, my shooters, yada, yada. You look crazy. What's the guy's name? I think he got arrested. I used to like his music. Is it OJ? The Juice Man? Remember him?
Juice Man.
Yeah. That was my guy. Isn't he back in jail? He got arrested?
Something like that. I mean, it's been a while since I've heard that name.
OJ the Juice Man. He's 42 years of age. He just got arrested. I'm not sure what the charges were. I'm not trying to, put dirt on his name, man, but he's 42 now and he got arrested. Something with street activity less than 5 years ago. So my point is, got to take your money and do something early. You can't be going back to the hood, making it rain on whores on heels, breaking niggas off. Yo, I want all my niggas to eat. No, you got to take that money and do something quietly and quickly. Go ahead.
But see, the thing is, these dudes be feeling like they're going to be popping forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they get one hot record, they hot 1 year, and then pretty much career-wise, R.I.P. the next.
Yeah.
It's like a cookie cut. It's like a assembly line. Like boom, boom. You in this year, out next year. I mean, as far as hip hop, that's anyway. Rap music, I'll say. Females are pretty much dominating it anyway at this point. As far as the South and all of that, like they're pretty much the ones that are in the forefront right now.
Okay.
These dudes, I mean, it's so many people. Not that I bother to keep up with them, but I can't keep up with these come and go people. As I call them, come and go. Here today, going the next. It's like, bro, like you said, early. You need to stack whatever you got instead of going and
fast
hitting, going to the strip clubs and, like you said, making it rain and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's like they feel like they're going to be living that life forever. Like the money where do you think the money's going to continue to come from?
Remember Rich Boy? Throw some D's.
Yeah, I remember him.
Rich Boy selling crack. Broke niggas want a jack.
Started off with that switch sample.
Have you seen that nigga lately? He was barefoot walking around his hometown looking crazy a couple of years ago.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Anyway,
it happens, and that doesn't surprise me at all. That doesn't surprise me because that song was like about 20 years ago. It seemed like, but it is what it is. But one more thing about that guy though, that Hurricane guy. I think he was totally out of pocket for feeling entitled. Period. Like, who are you? Like, bro, you. Like, nobody, before this thing came with 50 Cent, before this past weekend, who even thought, whose mind was he on prior to it?
Can I jump in?
Go ahead.
To be objective and to be fair, this guy may be a really good guy and may have some great intentions. Sadly, the urban, genre, the black diaspora, is very quick to kick dirt upon their own kind. 35 years of age, Christopher Dooley Jr. What about maybe he has all the right intentions? Maybe he got jammed up. He had a misfortunate situation where he had to kill somebody, but he did beat that case. And now he's got a troll nigga from New York. A troll nigga who works with police, I'll say allegedly, works with police, always clowning niggas, a self-absorbed nigga, always does goofy shit on social media, known for clowning Southern niggas, Look what he did again, sir, to Young Buck. So how about let's try and look at this from
that's fair.
Hang on. Let's try and look at this from Hurricane Chris's perspective and not just be some type of echo chamber for 50 Cent. What do you think? Maybe Hurricane Chris has got some valid points and people should at least hear him out. Finish up.
Facts as far as 50 Cent. We all know how he gets down, and he definitely is an S starter. I'm not going to curse, but you already know he likes to stir the pot. He's probably the biggest troll on social media, and it gets childish. It gets petty. After a while, it gets corny, actually. But the Young Buck thing was just over the top, though. Like, he just totally played him out. And the Hurricane Chris guy, I don't know. I hear what you're saying, all right, but I can't get past that sense of entitlement. That he just feels entitled to where 50 was supposed to, reach out to everybody down there. Did they put a record out or whatever? He's supposed to find who.
All right, sir, I'm going to slide off because, again, I'm trying to be objective here. I'm not just going to keep kicking the guys back.
I get it.
But thank you, man.
I get it.
Thank you.
I get it.
Thank you.
All right, man. Take care.
Yes, sir. Hang on a second, guys. On the screen, youtube.com/@6th-floor33. I reached out to that sponsor. I want to see if they want to call in and chime in. I'm talking about Hurricane Chris tonight, who has been out of sight for quite some time in mainstream, music. But maybe the guy is reaching out. Maybe this is a cry, an outcry or something. I don't know. What is the other showrunner I was trying to put out there, guys? Did you consider being a rat? Let me lay that out real quick. I'm not asking anybody to admit to ratting or telling, but did you consider being a rat? Were you in a situation where you at least thought about it? You see, there's a lot of guys from my generation who have gotten by, shall we say, because of the fact that there was no Instagram, YouTube, and these other platforms that are very prominent right now. And a lot of them did tell. And they still tried to give off this persona that they were like, real G's, stand-up niggas back in the days. Now, I'm not pointing out anyone in particular, but people are getting exposed now for telling. So my question, did you ever even consider it when you got jammed? Doing time in the penitentiary, I would never clown people that did time in the penitentiary. I've always said I wasn't scared to go. I just didn't want to go. And that's the truth. I was that arrogant. I moved to New York in 1981. But don't get it twisted. Throughout the 70s, I was always going to the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, got a lot of family in New York. And my father, being from the South, it's another story. Most of his friends, associates were people in the quote unquote hood. But when I got to New York in 81, got jammed up a few times, I made a conscious decision. I'm not going to the penitentiary. Some of these niggas who I'm getting caught up with who are doing these crimes, these niggas belong in the penitentiary. For them, it's going to be like a family reunion. They're going to go up north and they're going to be with their cousins, their brothers, their uncles. I just moved over here from middle suburbia, built-in swimming pool, brand new Schwinn bike every year. I ain't got time for no penitentiary. That may sound crazy. That may sound harsh, but I just want to see if some of you can admit that you considered being a rat. A lot of these guys, again, from my generation, Alpo and the rest of them. Well, Alpo would be a different type of guy. Alpo was a killer, cold-hearted killer. But can you admit that you at least considered? Oh, we might have someone here who will keep it real. Uh-oh. Is that who I think it is? Area code 209. Is that Randy tapping in?
Okay.
Okay, Randy. How are you?
I'm fine, man. I'm fine.
For those who don't know, hang on a second. You are Dominican. You're from New York, 27 years of age or 28, I forget.
28.
You had to get out of town, out of Washington Heights. You're somewhere in the West Coast right now. Did you ever consider being a rat?
I mean, yeah, but when you snitch, you can't come around certain places and you put people at jeopardy. So, with my situation, snitching, it ain't worth putting niggas in jail. Niggas gonna catch me. Niggas gonna see me in the streets. We gonna do what it do.
And you were part of what was that gang, that Washington Heights gang? I forget.
Oh, I ain't part of no gang, but I always say Patria and Trini because that's my block. Everybody in my generation where I went to school is indoctrinated. A lot of them are no longer with me.
Right. Yeah.
So I just got to acknowledge my
last year of high school was in Washington Heights. It was all Dominican. There was no black, maybe 3 black people, but I was perpetrating the fraud and pretending to be Dominican.
Code switching. You got to do it sometimes.
Code switching. Yeah, I was code switching. But so can you go to your old block? I mean, I'm not saying you did anything, but you are out on the West Coast. Can you go?
Oh yeah,
old block?
Yeah. Good. I could pull up. I was there a year ago.
At night or 8 o'clock in the morning? Can you go there at night?
I could. Yeah, but who wants to be posted up on the block?
Right. Okay, I'm just asking. So the question, did you consider being a rat? You got jammed up. How much time were you facing?
I mean, 5, regular street shit, 2 to 5.
Did you get sent away or did you run? Is there an open warrant right now? With all due respect?
No, just dipped.
What's that?
Just dipped. Got out of Dodge for a bit.
You dipped. Wow. Okay. Come on, talk about it.
Oh, now you just wait for shit to die down, Niggas forget faces, paperwork, There's new crimes, time passes. In a few years, I'll be back in New York just chilling. Broad daylight, drinking a Corona, summertime, smoking a blunt. Next to niggas that claimed they wanted to kill me. Niggas is pussy. Like, what am I gonna do?
Did you say
niggas is pussy?
Did
bro.
you say niggas is pussy?
Yeah, niggas is pussy, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Well, they got you on the run, so they can't be but so pussy, right?
Yeah, but it's just a game of hide and seek. I didn't want to take a time out.
Right.
It's all the game we playing right now,
right,
bro.
Right. Guys, the lines are open.
Just be 100.
I'm sorry, come on.
Most hood niggas, depending on their situation and how close they are to co-defendants or anything, everybody considers snitching on a nigga, bro. It ain't that serious, bro.
Right. Right. It
like,
ain't that serious.
If you gotta throw a nigga
serious.
under the bus,
yeah.
like I know a nigga that snitched that still got the same time he would have did if he didn't snitch. But his dad told him, like, you got a daughter. And now that nigga can't break bread with certain people, you know? His paperwork and his face is messed up, his face card. So certain niggas snitch that don't even need a snitch. So it's all a case-by-case basis.
Right.
Like, if you the first to tell, that's just a smart move, you know? Because niggas will throw you under the bus and be like, you know I'm a real nigga. I would never do that to you. Come to you with paperwork and tell you a page is missing. Oh, no, that page wasn't important. It wasn't important.
One of the first times I told, and I've told this story before, I was in Brooklyn, and a guy who I heard him tell the cop, he said, yo, don't put me in a room with that square. Talking about me. Now, we just did a jukes down by King's Plaza. And here you are telling the cop, this is like 1982, don't put him in the room with me. I said, whoa. I said, hey, excuse me, detective, can I talk to you? I told the cops, yo, I work for him. I know where the guns and the drugs are at his sister's place. I gave him the address and all sorts. Anyway, I'm rambling. Hey, what do you think about, Randy, old niggas from my generation, don't say any names, getting exposed, paperwork popping up? What do you think about them old niggas?
Oh, this is the thing. Back in the days, being a snitch was normal because we don't have the internet. I can't Google you.
Right.
It's not public record. So old niggas was snitching and standing to the G code. You have old niggas with probably like 5 bodies under their belt that told on 3 niggas to get out of, certain jams. So you got killers that snitch. So it's just part of a different generation in time. Yeah. That style snitching shit was fairly new. Back in the day, snitching on the nigga was just like killing the nigga. It's like, bro, I'm going to just empty your life real quick, get you out the way, so I don't got to do it to you. So,
right.
Sometimes niggas snitched on you to not kill you. So, different day and age, bro. And Hurricane Chris is a hating ass young bull because Fredo Banks performed that concert.
That's right.
So, we had a nigga representing your town. And 50 got to pay the police because that's a nigga that got trauma.
Right.
He done got shot 9 times, allegedly. We don't know the real numbers, but that nigga got to check in with the police everywhere he goes because that's the people that's going to make sure he going to make it back home. So it's like, bro, why am I going to check in with your dusty ass on the corner
right.
when you going to be the one trying to leave me there because I ain't let you touch the stage.
Right.
So you want me to touch the hood and kiss the babies when y'all niggas ain't got nothing. Y'all want me to come to your area where y'all impoverished and give y'all an opportunity when you don't even got an opportunity.
Yeah. Facts.
Well, nigga, we from New York. We grimy. We come to your hood, break bread, and then show you how high we heating off the hog, nigga. We gonna come in shining.
Flossing.
We gonna hug your mom. We gonna hug your mom and take a picture, and that's about it, nigga.
I'm gonna slut out your girl and give her back to you. Yeah.
Exactly, nigga. Have a talking to you about, that concert was amazing.
Yeah.
So,
Randy, good to talk to you, man. I got to check other calls. Good to talk to you, man.
All right, stay up, man. And if you got the opportunity, snitch, bro. Snitch. Yeah, okay. Fuck it.
Let me just make this clear again for some of you who, you've done time in the penitentiary. I would never clown you for that. Some of you had no choice. You couldn't tell. You couldn't tell maybe the crime you committed or you were involved in, your family, is connected or where you live. I respect that if you just say, nah, I gotta do this time. I gotta do the time, you know. But more so the ones who have been living a lie, I guess, you know. Living a lie. Again, not saying you have to follow my lead. I've always been stupid. Not a tough guy, but just a stupid guy, you know. I admit to that. Hey, Deeds, I got your email. What is this? Deeds sent me an email. Okay, I'll get to that tomorrow. Hey, Sunday. Sunday says, the question of whether women prefer bad boys is the same as do men prefer whores. They do, but don't speak on it. No, I think that's very different, Sunday, but thank you for your donation. It's totally different. Totally different. But Elvis the Chef Rosenberg, thank you for your donation. Thank you, Blade. I see you. I'm not going to repeat that, but thank you so much. Who just sent in a donation here? Handsome Hustler. Caller has 400-pound Puerto Rican queen laying on a deflated queen-size air mattress with a cigarette. Okay. Top ramen stains all over it. Pay attention. They might be happy. Who might have said, you know? Guys, I'm looking for a couple of my sponsors. And Darix, where's my alleged cousin Darix? Darix, please take me off of that email thread with you and those people who you're going back and forth with. I'm not going to ask you again. I don't want to be involved. Area code 623. Sit tight. I'm coming to you next. 623. Someone sent in a donation here from Fish Scale Nosebleeds. Women are attracted to bad boys because bad boys aren't afraid to pop her in the mouth when she gets out of line. I'm not promoting that sort of thing, but we're just having a discussion. Some people take it to the extreme. There are psychological levels to that type of abuse, if you will. We've had those discussions in the past. Some people become accustomed to physical abuse, sadly, and they think that that's a way that someone shows them affection. Sadly, I'm again not condoning that. All right, just want to say that. 623. Good evening. Are you there? 623. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you there, sir? You ready?
For me? Yeah, I'm ready.
How can we help you?
All right. What's up, G? I don't know if I've been listening or hearing, but yeah, everything I agree with everything you were talking about. Bullshit. Okay, now.
You watch the language there, okay, Buttercup? Watch the language.
Yeah.
Let's get to that.
Yeah, everything you said is right. If you're listening to me, because I don't know, I think I'm talking to myself, but I know you got me online. So yeah, everything you said is right. Everything that homie said was right. Everything was good, is right. You know, at the same time, it's like kind of hard because I just lost my grandpa. And that shit hurts me a lot too. But I agree that everything you said already.
Where you calling from, sir? And how old are you?
I'm Phoenix, Arizona. I'm 32 years old.
Okay. Were you close to your grandfather? You said that it hurt you.
Yeah. He's like my dad. He's around my dad. He's my dad. They raised me. And my grandpa, my grandma. Yeah.
Did he leave you anything when he passed away?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. But it don't matter to that though, because I would trade all that money just to bring him back again. You know what I'm saying?
What did he leave you? If you don't mind me asking, what did he leave you?
Huh?
What did he leave you?
Left me at the house, the car, everything, you know, but I don't give a fuck about that though.
Watch the language.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, you're right. And that's what my grandma told me. She said, stop cussing. Yeah.
Now, he left it to you in the will, or he passed away and it became yours? There is a difference.
Both.
Yeah.
I say more. They just crashed it away. Yeah, you're right. But like, it's not even about that right now, or maybe it is like that because you guys are a grown man, and I know you, Star, man. I listened to you for a long time.
Okay. He put me on. I know you're old school, everything. I don't know.
I'm actually new school, so I don't rock with too many old school people. But now hang on a second.
Yeah.
Hang on a second, and I say this with all due respect. Have you been?
It's like my daddy's age.
Hang on,
good.
Hang on, sir. Hang on. Have you been to rehab yet?
No.
Okay. Don't go.
But I got brothers that are dealing with that shit.
Sir, listen to me. Take it slow. Don't go. I hear you.
Hell no. Hell.
I think I know what's going on. You know, the devil knows its own. Okay. You've
I pray.
What's that?
I said I pray.
Don't pray, because praying will get you more coke. Don't pray.
I will. Okay.
Yeah, don't pray. Become an atheist and man up. Accept what you're doing. Dig down deep in your crotch.
I love you, man, for talking to me.
Okay, well, hang on. Dig down deep in your crotch and either do more coke or just stop. It's one or the other. But don't start praying to some.
I do both. Yeah.
Well, don't start praying to some mystical god. That's the wrong way to go.
Yeah.
Now, and don't go to rehab, because you will fake yourself out. You'll go there and you'll go on. From what I hear, I've never been to rehab. You go on an eating binge and you'll start talking to people. You'll think they're nice when in reality they're just
niggas.
Hang on. Listen to me. Sucking you dry. But you've got to get past it, because regardless of how your grandfather left you, the house, as you said, and something else, you don't want to run through that. That would be the wrong thing to do. You follow me?
Yeah. I don't think about that shit too, though, because I'm hard. Because when I was raised as a little kid, everybody money. But I'm over here with heart. That's what I don't understand. That's the difference.
Do you have a whore living with you in that house that your grandfather left you? Get a whore living with you?
Mm-hmm. I'm taking care of my grandma. She's blind.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear. But the question is, do you have a whore living in that house with you?
Hell no, not like my daddy. My daddy and his daddy.
You have a girlfriend? You got a girlfriend?
No, but I am looking forward to getting one, but I don't know.
Get yourself a whore. Hey, a whore. Not a slut. There is a difference. Get a whore.
Well, explain that. Explain it then. Explanatory. Be explanatory. Oh, you already said it though. Yeah.
Listen. I'm taking the time to talk. It's Sunday night, okay? Get a whore.
Yeah, because
get a whore. Hey, get a whore so she can help make ends meet until you figure out what you're gonna do. You're either gonna get past the yayo or you're gonna continue on. But the whore will help. All right, I gotta go, man. Gotta go.
All right. We want. What can I say on the line though?
Viva Mexico! Viva Mexico!
All right.
Cool. Okay. I think there she is. Sunday, is that you? You back on the line?
Yeah. Hey, Star.
Well, listen, I appreciate your support. And now you just said something about number 9 and Randy.
Yes, I think they're engaged. That's what I think. I think they're going to get married this year. They're going to have a winter wedding. Winter Wonderland wedding. Randy and number 9. Yes.
Randy and number 9. Now you're in the live chat. I don't look in the live chat too often, but are you in there battling with people as you do?
Yeah, but yeah. They're not coming for me. So I'm mainly speaking on your callers. Okay. This time they're not coming for me.
Okay. Randy, I got Sunday on the line.
Normally.
And number 9, Sunday.
Yeah, Randy could go to hell. He's fucking. If I saw Randy in person, I would probably slap him. That's how I feel.
Damn.
I feel like he weighs 100 pounds and he's a bottom. I feel like when he was in jail, he took the bottom bunk and he went there voluntarily for free D.
Randy, Sunday's on the line talking reckless. Now, hang on a second, Sunday. I don't promote drama, but if he calls back, in, I'm gonna put him on the line. All right, I'm just letting you know.
I don't give a fuck. I don't even think.
Sunday, you gotta watch F-bomb. Gotta watch the F-bomb. All right.
My bad.
Gotta watch the F-bomb. Okay, well, listen, while you're calling back, my other showrunner question, have you considered, did you consider being a rat? Ever been in a situation where you were, within the clutches of the law and you were looking at time or a fine or something?
No, I got a clean record. I got a clean record. I've never been in trouble. Okay. I work in healthcare. You can't, be a part of that.
Gotcha. Yeah. Good talking to you again, Sunday.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.